welcome to another installment of a pre-playoff Purple Rain podcast. Yes, welcome back to a special edition of a Purple Rain podcast on a Saturday here.
Yeah.
Playoffs start in about 20
Yep.
minutes, and we haven't given our wild card. That was my fault. I could not go live Thursday. But thank you all if you've come through or watching this after the fact. When we eventually hit every pick right, we'll have evidence. But if you are new here, you can like this stream to support and subscribe to us if you are new. You can follow us on Instagram at the Purple Rain Podcast. Oh yeah, you can follow this guy right here on Twitter, on Instagram at SuttonDef. Follow me on Instagram at simplyas10.prod and on Twitter at simplyas10. Most importantly, our sponsor, Manscaped. When you go in there, get yourself something nice, use code PRP, 20% off your whole order and free international shipping. That was a lot. We don't have much time here, but Sutton, how are you doing, first and foremost?
I'm doing well. Happy Saturday to you, Alex, and the rest of the Rain Gang watching. It is very rare that we would go live on a weekend. I don't think we've ever actually gone live on a Saturday. So this is kind of like a special occasion. Yeah, exactly. So this is kind of like a special occasion. So shout out to you for doing this with us today, and the Rain Gang for being here. Now listen, we got some things to get into. A couple of points to touch on. So Mark Andrews is the first thing I wanted to start with. He is back at practice, and I've been waiting for the last 24 hours to get your take on this, Alex. I really want to know what you think. Should we keep? Because listen, let me just say what I think first. I'm kind of torn down the middle. I don't know if we should bring him back, which I feel like would be kind of forcing it, because you look at the videos, he still looks like he's walking kind of gingerly on those legs, and maybe you would question how effective he would be if he were to come back for this postseason run. Or the other side of me is saying, that's Mark Andrews, and Lamar Jackson has 133 passer rating when he's targeting Mark Andrews and catches 74% of his targets. That's huge, in tandem with all the other weapons that we have that have been stepping up recently. I just don't know. So I want to get your take on it, and the rest of the Rain Gang, let me know what you guys think down below, because we need to see that as well. But Alex, what do you think?
I'm that first option you gave me. I was honestly surprised when they tweeted out that he was back at practice. Obviously, you get that just jolt of excitement, and I was excited, and I see the video, he's moving around, but that's not the Mark Andrews we know and love. And I kind of just couldn't agree more with your short. I think unless he's 80%, I don't really want him to play because I feel like it would be hurting this offense. But it's great that he's out there practicing. I think he has an outside shot if we were to win next week, the week after. But I fully don't expect him to play at all next week. And I don't think he should, because, like you said, Isaiah Likely has been doing more than enough, I think, for a second-year guy coming into this offense and for a fourth-rounder. And even Charlie Kolar, maybe you put the light bill on him to score this week or next week. I'm sorry, but he's had a couple of clutch catches as well. So yeah, I'm right there with you. This offense has hit their stride in the past couple of weeks. We've won these big games without him. Let him get healthy. There's no point in rushing him back and possibly re-aggravating that I word, and then he's out for the start of next season.
Yeah. So we got Devon Johnson down here. Says no reason to be torn, Sutton. He can ease himself back, no pressure. Like my guy Alex just said, and we've got guys like Isaiah Likely who are stepping up in his place and absolutely balling out. So we appreciate what he's been able to contribute. But for that reason is why I feel comfortable with leaving Mark Andrews out for the rest of the season. We have 4 or 5 more years of Lamar Jackson. Mark Andrews is already locked up as well. We need him to be healthy. We don't need any sort of I words re-aggravated, like we're talking about here. So yeah, I'm kind of leaning, now that I got your take on it, and I'm kind of getting the takes from the Rain Gang as well. I'm kind of leaning more towards letting him rest. And, I stand by what I also said in the short, where, if he's 80%, then yeah, we can go, but that's not what it's looking like at the moment. Okay. So let me see what we got here in the chat. My guy K-Dog says, smash that damn like button. It's free.
It is.
Excuse me. And it helps out a ton. It does. Yes. Go ahead.
It's a good morale booster for the team, though, having Mark Andrews back.
Sure.
I couldn't imagine just the energy yesterday of him being back. Because I'm saying this, if he is healthy the whole season, he's probably all pro tight end first team. I mean, the way he was playing, I thought he leads this team in receiving touchdowns still with 6. Imagine he goes healthy.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. My guy Thea Pennell the fourth is in the chat. Says, "Where's the Sutton parlay?" I haven't posted one in a little while. I might post one for tonight's game, the Chiefs and Dolphins game. Yeah, I might post one for that. So stay tuned to the Twitter. But let me see. My guy K Dog says, "Mandrews, I personally do not think he will come back if he thinks it will hurt the team." And you know, another thing, like Lamar Jackson, ever since Mark Andrews went down, on paper, he's been one of the best quarterbacks in the league and spreading it around all over the field, you know, whether it be Odell Beckham Jr., Zay Flowers, Isaiah Likely, you know, all these guys. He tossed a touchdown to Pat Ricard the other week. So it's I get what we're saying here. I get what we're saying. How much of an asset would Mark Andrews be? Or how much of a liability could he be on, you know? So I don't know. Seems like we got a good rhythm going right now, but we'll see what they decide to do. Like you said, probably if we win next week, then maybe in the AFC Championship game or potentially in the Super Bowl, they might try to get him out there. But it would be cool though. Like you said, a morale booster as well. Not only just for the players, but for the fans too. Because I think Mark Andrews, he really does deserve, you know, to be a part of that. Like, and I know he still would get the ring, of course, but he deserves to be out there. And I know he wants to be out there with his team because he's a huge part of this whole Lamar Jackson era of the Ravens journey. You know what I mean? So, yeah, definitely would be out there. Go ahead.
He's yet to have his playoff moment with the Ravens. I feel like much like the team in recent memory, we have underperformed in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Mark Andrews as well, you know, so I know he's waiting to have his, you know, touchdown, his big game. And that's what separates, you know, him from Kelsey, unfortunately. So I think he's going to try to get back out there, but 80% has to be the minimum.
My guy Boz is in the house. Says Mandrews will make it back if you get to the bowl.
Fingers crossed we get there.
Fingers crossed.
But yeah,
K-Dog saying here if Andrews plays, he will command a double team per usual, and hey, maybe that opens up opportunities for other guys like, you know, Isaiah Likely. Maybe they run some 2 tight end sets. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. I saw my guy Devon Johnson in the chat here. What's going on? Devon says Mad's contract. So there was some speculation on the old Twitter sphere earlier today about if Justin Madubuike got paid, I think it was like what, $25 million from the Ravens or something like that. But my guy Alex told me right before we went on stream that has been debunked. Alex, you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, Patrick Queen tweeted out, y'all reading too much, y'all listening too much. Basically, they're kind of just saying since he has an all-pro now in the season, he's going to be probably getting $25 million a year. We didn't pay him, unfortunately. I wish we did, but we have not paid Justin Madubuike.
Yeah,
that sucks.
Yeah. Let me see. So yeah, that's debunked. And now let's go ahead and get into our picks. Let's get into our picks for this super wild card weekend because it kicks off officially in 11 minutes. Yes. So let's go ahead and get through this here. I'm excited for this one. I've actually been mulling over these matchups all week, so I'm ready to give my picks and my takes on each. So let's go ahead and start with the first game that starts in, like I said, 11 minutes from the time we're recording this video. The Cleveland Browns traveling to the Houston Texans. This one is going to be a lot of fun, of course, because we know Joe Flacco is coming back to the postseason where we all know him as January Joe, right? Us Ravens fans. But he's going up against a CJ Stroud who is having a phenomenal rookie season, who I don't think anybody really expected him to have a season of this caliber, especially coming out of Ohio State, knowing the omen that comes out of, Ohio State quarterbacks that's following them around. He's kind of breaking that curse. And it's going to be interesting to see what he's able to do today in his first playoff game of his career. But I'm going to go with, in a razor close game, I'm going to go with the Houston Texans. I am. These two teams are very evenly matched, if you ask me. I think that the one area where the Cleveland Browns have the Houston Texans beat is pass rush. Of course, because of Myles Garrett. But I also think that the Texans O-line, not half bad. I saw what they were able to do, providing CJ Stroud some protection last week. He was able to get some good passes off. They still got Larry Tunsil down there, I'm pretty sure. So he'll be in a matchup with one Myles Garrett. That is going to be very interesting to watch. But yeah, I'm going to go with the Texans by 3 points. I agree with Boz, by 3. What do you think?
Yeah, I was mulling over this because, as Ravens fans, we know that Joe Flacco is undefeated in the wild card weekend. He always goes in the playoffs and at least wins a game. And I'm looking, Amari Cooper, Elijah Moore, David Njoku. Those are some really good targets for him. He's been lighting it up. But what I did see today is that one Will Anderson and I believe it's Jonathan Grenard, they're both active off the edge. And that line for the Browns is banged up. Joe Flacco is not he's not your safest quarterback. He has thrown a good amount of interceptions since he has been the quarterback. And I look at the Texans, CJ Stroud. This guy has been doubted all year, and he goes out and throws for 4,000 yards. Who was his consistent wide receiver throughout the year? Because it was Tank Dell, and now it's Nico Collins. He's had to adjust. Robert Woods is back. I like the Texans in the close one. I do.
Okay.
And one thing that I'm really looking at is Myles Garrett hasn't had a sack. And I think he has one sack in the last couple of games. So if they can really shut him down and frustrate him, the Texans have a good chance to win this.
Yeah.
Devin Singletary getting on the ground. Down row, great point. Flacco 3 I don't think it'll be 3. I think he throws 2 though.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've been thinking about that one pretty much all week, and I know a lot of people are picking the Browns. That's the popular pick, but I'm going with the Texans in this one. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the second game: Chiefs versus Dolphins. This one's going to be interesting as well because we know that the weather is going to be freezing cold. I was just watching the NFL Game Day morning program, and I saw Mike McDaniel walking into the Chiefs Stadium, the Arrowhead Stadium. Man, it looks damn cold out there. It's crazy when you can just see it through the TV. You know what I mean? Because like you can see their breath, like every single, their entire breath is it's cold. It's cold. So I'm taking the Chiefs in this one because Miami traveling is not that great, especially when they take on these cold weather teams. And then also they're banged up pretty much everywhere right now, especially like I was saying in my short the other day at pass rush. And Patrick Mahomes, I think he's going to be able to take advantage of that. I think that they have something up their sleeve in order to push their way through this postseason, even with the lack of weapons on that offense that's kind of plagued them this year. So give me the Chiefs, and I'm taking them by at least 10.
Oh, I like that. I think the Chiefs defense is a lot more physical as well. I think if the Dolphins defense was healthy, I probably would say them, but Chiefs defense got some dogs on there. And their weakness to me is kind of in the secondary, but I don't see the ball being thrown as much into that cold. I do like the Chiefs in this one. I just how cold it is, man. Best of luck. I hope everybody is safe and healthy at the end. That's really the biggest thing. Because me personally, as a fan, I don't know how many layers I have to wear to be comfortable. I'd say over under of like 8 or 9 layers, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely going to need hat, gloves, a parka, a ski mask, earmuffs. You're going to need like some thermal pants, the whole 9 yards, man. But I think those tickets are going for like $40 or something like that. I saw, and I was like, tickets were $40. I don't know. I might be out there as a fan. I might be out there. I'm not gonna lie.
For a playoff game, I mean, I think you have to risk it. Get some hot chocolate.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, Chiefs in that one, and then tomorrow. Moving on to tomorrow. What's the first matchup on Sunday? I can't remember.
Well, it was the Bills and the Steelers, but that got moved to Monday at 4:30. So now it is going to be the America's team, the Cowboys, against good old Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
At 4:05 on Fox.
That one is going to be. And all these matchups are very interesting. Now that we're going through them one by one, they all have like a really cool storyline to them that I can't wait to see unfold when these games happen. Now, I'm taking Dallas in this one. I just think that they're going to be a little bit too much for the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers, I think, exceeded expectations this year. I don't think that anybody expected Jordan Love to take the step that he took, maybe other than Packer fans, but I think it all comes to an end. I think that, Michael Parsons and the rest of that defense, they kind of just overwhelmed them early. And it's kind of like a downhill from there. I think it might turn into a landslide, to be honest with you. but I'm going to go Dallas. But at the same time, we know Dallas, right? We know
Mhm.
Dallas and what they've done for the last 3 decades. Kind of shit the bed when the going gets tough, especially in the playoffs. So wouldn't be surprised if Green Bay stole this one from them. But I'm going to go ahead and pick Dallas.
Yeah, and you look at the Packers receiving core, very, very young, very, very inexperienced. I'm right there with you. Like, I could see the Packers pulling this out, but I'm going to pick the Cowboys because they are the better team on paper, and they have been playing the better football.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
The next game, I'm looking forward to this one. Guess what it is? Sunday night, 8 o'clock. Matt Stafford makes his return to Detroit. The Rams and the Lions. Jared Goff playing against his former team as well. Number 1 overall pick got traded. Who do you have in this one?
Oh, man. Again, another really cool storyline. I mean, they just keep coming. The script writers were on point this year. I'm telling you, man. They knew what they were doing in the very beginning of the season with that whole script commercial and everything like that. The whole marketing they were pushing, like, oh yeah, the NFL is scripted. Look at what the script's going to hold this year. It's all unfolding perfectly for them, and I don't think it's a coincidence. This is all written down. I'm convinced. Anyways, this game is going to be. I think that the Rams take this one, based off of what I've seen from the Rams, especially in the second half of the season. Puka Nacua, most importantly, did not fall off. As the star rookie receiver. You know how a lot of rookie receivers will come in and they'll kind of light the league up for the first couple of months or so, and then they really cool off. Now, when I saw Puka Nacua play in December in M&T Bank Stadium, no gloves, catching footballs from all over the field, all different angles, he's the truth. Oh yeah, by the way, they also have Triple Crown Cooper Cup on the team as well. So it's and then Kyron Williams. Kyron Williams is a beast of a running back. He's been probably one of the more impressive running backs, especially after coming back from that I word. So yeah, give me the Rams in a close one here.
I'm all for the Rams winning. I can get behind it, but unfortunately, I'm rocking with the Honolulu Blue. I'm rocking with my boy Jared Goofball. I've been a fan of him for too many years to turn my back on him now. Only problem I'm worried about though is their secondary. The secondary is banged up. Cam Sutton got cooked by CeeDee Lamb a couple weeks ago on that Saturday night game. I'm worried about Cooper Kupp and what Puka Nacua could do to this secondary. But if the Lions are able to use Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery correctly, control the time possession, keep the Rams off the field, that's their best way to win, I think. But I'm gonna go with the Lions here. I think they're gonna win their first playoff game in I don't know how many years. I think it's the 90s that they'll win. But yeah, give me the Lions in a very, very close one. I'm talking about like final drive type. Jared Goff kind of looks over McVay, gives him one of those. But
Okay,
give me the Lions.
all right, okay, I like it. Yeah, I think that's the first one we've disagreed on, so we'll see how that one turns out. And then moving on to Monday. So, like you said, the Bills and Steelers game got flexed to Monday because of the weather. I heard that they were going to be offering guys like $20 an hour to come out there and shovel snow and offer some other things as well, which I thought was pretty cool. But
That's dope.
Player safety, at the end of the day, like while the players are playing, you don't want the elements to be impacting the game that much to that degree. So I understand flexing the game, but I'm still going to go ahead and take the Bills in this one. I'm going to take the Bills, and I think it'll be closer than people expect. I'd say like within 7 points, to be honest with you. But I'm going to take the Bills coming out on top. Let me hear what you think, Alex.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Don't go too long. I'll be honest. I think the Steelers have a chance to pull this off. I think Josh Allen is going to make a couple of mistakes, and I think if Najee Harris can get it going on the ground, Steelers have a legitimate chance to win this game. I'm going to pick the Bills, though, but I'm hammering that Steelers spread all day long.
Mod Boss says, peep the profile pic. I can't really see it.
It's Mason Rudolph holding a sign saying F Buffalo.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Mason Rudolph goes in there and beats Josh Allen. We will have conversations. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Uncomfortable ones.
Okay. Let's see. So last game is Eagles and Bucks. A lot of people are taking the Bucks because, there's news about AJ Brown is out and, the Eagles are kind of stumbling into the playoffs. They're banged up, this and that. It looks like you're taking the Bucks. Are you?
I am. I'm indeed taking the Bucks.
Okay.
Jalen Hurts not throwing a football is the biggest thing for me. I
Yeah.
fully trust
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts, but the fact he went out there and said that, I'm a little worried. And what I do know is that I think this is Mike Evans' last ride with the Bucs. I think he's going to be a Chief next year. I'm saying this on January 13th. I think he's going to try to go out there, win a home playoff game, his last home game, I think, as a Buck ever, and make those fans proud. So I like the Bucs in this one. You know, Baker has a chip on his shoulder, and Baker is playing for that second contract, and I think he can make a good amount of money if he wins this game. Give me the Buccaneers.
Okay.
And by the way, Sirianni gets fired by the Eagles. They make a huge mistake.
Ooh, man. I love all the points you just made, and I really do want to take the Bucs in this one, but I can't. I'm gonna go with the Eagles. I think that they pull this one out. I think they lose in the divisional round, but I think that they beat the Bucs on Monday night. I don't know. I really want to pick the Bucs again. I really want to pick the Bucs, but it's just something in me is telling me that the Eagles are gonna pull that one out. Okay, but yeah, those are gonna be our picks. And what? Wait, you have something else, Alex?
No, I think we.
Okay.
What was the highest seed we have losing? You have the Rams beating the Lions. I have the Bucs beating. Yeah. All the AFC home teams we have winning.
Yeah. So I still think that we're gonna play the Texans. We're gonna end up playing the Texans in the divisional round. But we'll see. We'll see. We won't find out until like Monday night. So we will see. We got some time. We got to wait. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Game is starting. You guys enjoy Super Wildcard Weekend. Again, you can follow us on Instagram at the Purple Rain Podcast, like you see down below. And don't forget to go on manscaped.com and use our code PRP to save yourself 20% off your order, plus free international shipping. Yeah. And with that being said, I'm going to let my guy Alex take us out. It's game time.
Thank you for coming through to this nice little pre-stream of the NFL Super Wildcard Weekend. As always, stay positive, test negative.
And never, ever forget, even on the rainiest of days, to call God. We're going to catch you guys in the next one. Enjoy these games. Peace.